We're going to be creating a color wheel snowflake today. So we have talked about the color wheel. You are going to receive a copy of your own color wheel and it is labeled. So this part should be easy. You are going to color each slice of the color wheel with the color. I have starred the primary colors and I have put dots next to the colors they make. Those are called the secondary colors. So as you're coloring, just be aware of where those are on the color wheel. Know that the primary colors do make that triangle shape. The secondary colors make their own triangle shape. The colors in between, with the dash in between them, those are the tertiary colors. So the primary is the first layer, secondary is the second layer, and then the tertiary ones are the ones with those two word names. So once you have your color wheel colored, we're going to cut them out. So as you're coloring, you want to color dark. You want to fill those triangle shapes. If you go outside the lines when you're coloring on the circle edge, that's not a big deal because you're going to be cutting off that mess. So when we make snowflakes, we make them six-sided symmetry. So it is called radial symmetry. Radial meaning a circle shape, symmetry meaning the same on both sides. So as a radial symmetry, our snowflakes are going to have 6 symmetrical sides. Right now I am just trying to find one line to fold on. So I don't want to fold in the middle of a colored triangle part, I'm just folding it nice and straight. Now I am not going to fold this in half, I am going to fold it in thirds. And lucky us, this is already drawn in thirds. So 2 colors equals a third of this half. So I flip it in and my other side flips in. So I get this ice cream cone shape. So if I open this up and I look at the back, I should see 6 parts folded. I'm going to put that back up in half like a taco. That side of the cone comes in, this side of the cone comes in. Now I'm ready to cut my triangle or my snowflake. So on these cones, sorry, we're going to be cutting small shapes out of each of the sides. So you can cut geometric shapes, shapes with names, squares, triangles. You can even cut inside another part of that shape off. So now I've taken that.
Selena Valdivia, please come up to the office. Selena Valdivia.
Ignore that. I even cut another shape inside that triangle. So now it's a organic shape. It doesn't have a name because it's funny looking. So you can cut these kinds of shapes on each side, top or the 2 sides. As I'm cutting, I don't want to touch that shape that I have across from it because it'll probably fall apart. So you can make long skinny cuts. You can even just cut lines, not even shapes out of there. I'm going to take some off the top, give it a weird shape up here. You can cut the corners off. So what will happen on that tip there is it's going to end up being a hole in the middle of my snowflake. I don't have a lot going on in the middle here, so I'm going to kind of not touch any of those cuts, but I'm going to take some more shapes out of that middle area. The more you can cut out of here, the neater it's going to look.
Caden Proctor, please come to the office. Caden Proctor, please come to the office.
Sorry for those interruptions, and my camera is right by my speaker in my room. So I've taken quite a few cuts out of here. I am going to gently open it up and see what it looks like. Pretty cool. If you open it up and you want to cut a few things out again, you can fold it back up and keep cutting. You just want to be careful that you don't overcut or it will fall apart. When you're finished, you are going to glue this onto a black piece of paper. And you want to think about neat gluing, good craftsmanship. So I am going to lightly squeeze my glue bottle and I'm trying to get a little bit of glue all over the snowflake. Not just 2 or 3 dots, but a little bit on all those edges. In between all those cuts. I am going to glue this in the center of this black paper. If you have glue oozing out the sides, please be respectful and get a paper towel and wipe them up. Your last responsibility is to take your name tag, which will have your name on it, put a piece of tape on it, and instead of taping it on the top, we're going to tape it on the back. So you don't even see that tape, and your name would just be right there. When you're finished, they can go in the drying rack.